Today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. Folks, SeatGeek is the #1 place where you can get tickets for Broadway shows, comedy shows, sporting events, concerts, what have you. SeatGeek is also there to help you get prevented from buying tickets and getting screwed over with a deal. Guys, again, be sure to go to SeatGeek.com, that's SeatGeek.com, to get your tickets or download the mobile app on your phone today. We would also like to thank our other sponsors at tpublic.com. Guys, Wrestle Arc has official merch that you can get at tpublic.com/user/WrestleArc. You can get stuff like t-shirts, hoodies, wall art mugs, pillows, and yes, you can even get baby bodysuits for your little babies. So if you want to get Wrestle Arc merch for your babies, be sure to get our baby bodysuits. Don't worry, your baby will enjoy it. They probably won't know what we are, but it's fine. Be sure to go to tpublic.com/user/WrestleArc to get the merch now and make sure your baby gets one of those so they can be happy.
Right.
All right.
Hello, everybody. We're here with another episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast, as today
God damn it.
was a pretty unfortunate day. We've had a pretty unfortunate day today, but before we get into that, I'm going to introduce the people with me here today. We have got Liam Warren over there. Liam?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. We got Peyton Cash over there.
Boom.
And coming back, we have also got Raul Kapoor.
I am back.
Bastard.
I'm also
Sorry,
eating
back.
dinner, so apologies.
All right, he was eating dinner. But anyway, now that we've
That's what
gotten
I mean,
through everybody, if you've been living under a rock this entire day, which, why have you been living under a rock if you're a wrestling fan? You will know that there have been a bunch of WWE releases that have happened today. And it's been pretty unfortunate, to say the least, for all the people that have been released. And if you want to know some of the names that have been released as well, those names include Mustafa Ali, Rick Boogs, Emma, Aaliyah, Elias, Riddick Moss, Top Dollar from Hit Row, Shelton Benjamin. Here's a big one, Dolph Ziggler, Quincy Elliott, Bryson Montana, Dana Brooke, Mason Mansoor, Daba Kato, Shanky, and Yulissa Leon. And I think there's another one that I'm missing as well. One of the signees
Performers.
from college.
Daniel
Performance
MacArthur.
Center,
Yes,
Yeah.
him. Yeah. He has been released as well. A bunch of releases you absolutely hate to see. We never want these kind of days to come back. Obviously, people are losing their jobs. And I also want to address something, since I've been seeing this a lot. People are losing their jobs. It's no laughing matter and no joke to make. These are real life human beings losing their jobs. Their dreams are getting crushed. They're not getting paid to do what they do anymore. So if you're one of those guys that are making jokes about it, respectfully go fuck yourself, because we don't tolerate any kind of stuff regarding that. People lose their jobs. It's no joking matter. Be respectful to the wrestlers that lost their jobs, and we hope nothing but the best in that they can find another job real soon where they can wrestle. Because we don't tolerate that kind of stuff here.
None.
Yeah, it's just
Absolutely.
a day like this really does suck, because last week we've had the corporate releases following the merger between UFC and WWE, and now I think, as expected, we all thought that talents would follow, and that really is the case now. And especially for me, like the big one being Dolph Ziggler, who for me was a massive character when I was getting into WWE 11 years ago. Him winning the World Heavyweight Championship on the Raw after WrestleMania 29 when he cashed in, beat Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
The reaction it got. For me, that's a core wrestling memory of mine.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler is like one of the person who always stayed freaking loyal to the company. And it really does. It sucks to see that he's gone. And
Dolph
and
Ziggler,
all
Go
the
ahead,
people
Peyton.
got and all the people who got released have a 90-day contract, no compete clause.
No compete clause.
No compete clause. It's not that hard to say.
Well, the thing is, I try to say freaking like non-contract clause or non-compete. Yeah.
It's
it's a non-compete. Basically, for the span of 3 months after you've gotten released, you're not allowed to go into any other company.
Nope.
On a contract basis, that is.
Yes.
Yes.
That basically
But no-
sums that up.
But
Yep.
no, it's just today is one of those unfortunate days. You know, I think as I already mentioned, I think we just expected a little sort of reform, WWE reallocating that money, and for them to do that, they have to, unfortunately, let people go, which is it just sucks. It really does. Like people
Especially after there's something that we'll speak about later. Especially after they,
Yeah,
They literally-
Dolph Ziggler was a huge one. Dolph Ziggler was a really big one. Apparently, there were rumors like months ago that he was probably going to be released. I don't know if it seemed like they weren't true back then, but now it seems
But
like
now
it's
it's
finally
true.
happened.
Well, I
I'm
think-
kind of sad that Dolph Ziggler never got the push that he deserved because he was
Yeah.
so damn good at everything he did.
one of the best sellers of all time. Period.
agreed.
Like the way he sold anything, like whether it was just a punch or a throw, or even just like if you remember Goldberg's spear where he got turned inside out and he would flop around like a fish. It's just fucking brilliant.
Anything Dolph Ziggler was told to do, he did it incredibly well.
Yep. He
He
I
did
think one of
everything
the-
he was asked and more.
he even sold moves pretty well too.
I think one of the many facets of Dolph Ziggler's game that goes unnoticed for me is his microphone work. Like for me, like whenever he was a heel, especially, like he was always good at making people hate him. And
Especially-
I think obviously the big one is the "It Should Have Been Me" promo.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers.
Even when Dolph Ziggler's a babyface, he knows how to make the audience connect with him. Like when he was having that feud with The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship,
Yeah.
That feud was so
when he put
good.
his career on the line, he was able to make people feel for him.
Mm.
And of course he won that match as well.
And even
Again, I think he's just speaks to his versatility as a performer.
and
Uh-huh.
even with the part where Miz had to bring back because back then he was part of the
Spirit Squad.
Spirit Squad.
Yeah.
Why the fuck if I say Spirit Squad? What the fuck?
Because you're an
Gear.
idiot.
Viewer
That's
Squad.
why.
Curious.
Listen, I've been busy literally all day cooking dinner, so. Oof.
Do
I'm
I
not
give
gonna-
a
And
And
right,
plus,
all right.
carry on.
You wanted
Dolph
to say
Ziggler.
something?
Huh?
I think Rahul wanted to say something.
Yes. When I started watching, it was when Dolph Ziggler still had that Money in the Bank briefcase. When he cashed in the pot, when he beat Del Rio, that was absolutely amazing. That was when I was just getting into wrestling as well. So for him,
Same time as me, yeah.
yeah, it's just crazy. There is another name that is there that I'm absolutely gutted about. I think you guys know who it is.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, can we talk about him a little bit? Because he was brought in for mainly the Cruiserweight Classic a number of years ago, and then I think eventually he became a Cruiserweight champion. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure.
Ali's never won a championship in WWE.
How?
Yeah,
How?
exactly. How?
And
How
then
the fuck?
and then eventually he was supposed to have a match this Saturday at NXT No Mercy with Dominic Mysterio.
Next Saturday,
and
I think.
Next.
Yeah, next Saturday.
He
Next
was,
Saturday,
he was
I'm
supposed to have
sorry.
a match with Mustafa Ali, and I think they were probably going to put the title on Ali too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now that he's released, What are they going to do?
They can't just throw in a random competitor. This is they.
You know what I think they could
They
do?
messed up on him.
You know what I think they could do?
What?
Dragon Lee.
They could. No. They're originally. Well, right now it's set for Dominic Mysterio to defend his title against Dragon Lee on Monday Night Raw. I think they might move it to No Mercy.
No. No.
They're probably going to move it to No Mercy, and Dragon Lee might be the one to win the title.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I think the opposite, because I thought maybe they would do it on Raw still, and it ended a false finish, and then
I really want them to boo this match.
Remove it?
It should be Mustafa Ali. It should be him.
Unfortunately,
it's not. No.
Apparently, regarding
yes, I am aware of that.
Apparently, regarding the Ali release, apparently the release was mutual between the two.
Fair enough then.
Like we know that like a year ago there was this, 2 years ago actually, there was this whole thing with Ali wanting to be released from WWE, and he's been on that hiatus.
Yeah,
people not knowing what was going on.
He publicly requested his release.
He's wanted to go for a while, and I think now that he's out, it makes a lot of sense, if you can say that.
I think the most random one for me that I want to talk about because is Shanky. His last match in WWE was with Gunther at Superstar Spectacle. That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing for him. But unfortunately, he's gone now, which it sucks. But again, what a last match to have.
Scraping Shanky is gone.
Freaking Shanky.
Wasn't Dabba-Kato also
skyscraper?
Yeah,
Dabba-Kato.
He was Babatunde on Raw Underground, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was Babatunde, then he became Dabba-Kato, then he became Commander Aziz with Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
So much,
dude. And now they're all gone.
There's been a lot of
Dana Brooke spent 10 years with the company, and now she's gone as well. I think she might be the second longest tenured, of a concurrent person. I'm not going to count Shelton Benjamin in that because he's obviously come back left, come back sort of thing.
Dolph Ziggler was long.
Dolph Ziggler was the longest. That's what I was going to get at. He was there for 19 years, so he's been there since 2004.
19 years.
Dude,
that's crazy to think about.
That one hurts the most.
He made his main roster debut 2005 or something like that. With the Spirit Squad.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers that famously memed video where he goes, Nikki!
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dolph Ziggler went from being a cheerleader to being a world champion at one point.
I think it's even a shame how his title reign ended as well, because obviously he got a concussion leading into his match with Del Rio at Payback, and then they did a double turn sort of thing anyway.
Yeah.
Where, in the match, Ziggler turned, I think it was face, and then Del Rio was turning heel because he was working Dolph Ziggler's head.
You're correct, yeah. Double turn to face.
Yeah.
Del Rio
Say what you want about multiple prick Alberto Del Rio, but that match was classic. In my opinion, anyway.
But then when Dolph put his career on the line against The Miz, that match was amazing.
Yes.
However, the promo before that, it now hits hard. When I listened to that promo, I was tearing up.
It should have been me. Yeah.
It's not that one. When he was putting his career on the line.
Oh, yeah.
The way he ended when he said, either way, I'll be out of my misery. That really, really hurt.
Yeah.
That took 7 years to eventually happen, but
that long.
Anyway, our sincerest thoughts and any sort of prayers, I guess, go out to any of the wrestlers affected in this current batch of releases. But that does bring us on to our next topic as to why they have done this.
Just quickly, Trey asked about maximum male models. What was anyone's thoughts about them?
Mason Mansoir. I think
Marseille,
in the case of Marseille Mansoir or whatever. Anyway, I think Mansoor especially
Mason
was, at the time he was brought into WWE, he was thought as a big, massive potential talent because he had
Yeah.
that showing on a Crown Jewel a few years ago, if I remember rightly, where everyone was like, "This kid's the future."
When he won that Battle Royal and beat Cesaro.
Yeah, he did.
And
do that.
did he beat Ziggler too?
I don't know. Did he even face Ziggler?
Mansoor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
I think it was either Crown Jewel in 2019 or Super Showdown in 2020. One of the two.
I think also in the case of Marseille, I think originally he was on commentary for Raw. I completely forget what his name was.
Yeah,
Mace.
He was
Mace.
he was a commentator
Dion
for
Madden.
a while.
Dion Madden.
Yes. And then eventually he obviously cited reasons that he wanted to get back to going back in the ring. He got that, but never. The whole retribution thing sort of killed him after that. It was unfortunately one of the lowlights of his career, but again, I think at one point or another he was thought it was a massive heavyweight talent. But
the thing is, Retribution is another one of those things where it could have been something special, but the execution was horrible. It could have been something good.
The initial vibes I had with it was like it was going to be like Nexus in 2010. I thought it was going to be similar to that, but then no, Vince really did lose his touch in those pandemic years when it came to creative, and unfortunately that hindered them more than it helped them.
It's really been unfortunate. As of right now, we haven't had any more releases happen yet. If there is releases, we'll update you on who's been released. But as of right now, doesn't seem like anyone is released yet at the moment.
Yeah, but as I've said before, sincerest thoughts and prayers from us here at the Wrestle Arc Podcast go out to the wrestlers affected in these batch releases. That does bring us on to our next topic as to why these releases may be going through in the recent reshuffling of WWE merging the UFC to form TKO Group Holdings. Is a new deal for Friday Night Smackdown to move back to the USA Network from Fox for $1.4 billion has been finalized, and they will return to the USA Network next year.
Also, by the way, before we continue, Aled, you suck. And also, yes, we're really sad Dolph Ziggler has been released, but you still suck. Anyway.
Yeah.
So with this happening, so that means both Raw and SmackDown are going to be on USA Network, right? If Raw still has that deal going into 2024? Yeah.
I assume they will work something out with Raw for USA Network. If not, they'll probably move somewhere else. But I think more than likely.
Where do you think Raw could move?
Honestly, I don't see any viable options. There's not really been many touted options that I've seen, like because of people like TV deals.
Didn't they say they're moving to like some sort of NBC deal or something?
I don't know.
I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible,
but I suppose if they have both on the same network, it will just make them a lot of money through sponsors and stuff.
Not gonna lie, I enjoyed the time SmackDown was on Fox. It had some good moments.
I mean, obviously, it's been carried well by the undisputed Universal Championship reign of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline storyline.
Roman Reigns has been carrying SmackDown on Fox.
He has been carrying the brand on Fox.
That has been.
Oh God, we got Christian Vega with a kablamo.
Kablamo.
Aled also says, I don't think Raw and NXT will be staying on the USA Network. Considering SmackDown, WWE would be running 3 shows on USA, so I think Raw and NXT are probably going to have to move somewhere else.
Yeah.
It might become a bit oversaturated in that case, if they're all on that same network.
Trey, you never know. It could happen. It's not that it's impossible. It's just something that's always going to be out there. Raw could be on NBC. It could not be on NBC. We just have
Who
to find out
knows?
what happens.
I mean, not gonna lie. Doesn't NBC own Doesn't it own USA?
I'm
Not sure.
not too sure.
I'm not too sure on that. But NBC or Amazon?
Amazon, no.
Yeah, NBC, Amazon,
Amazon,
NBC
Prime, no.
possible.
I mean, to be fair, for me, that would be rather selfishly, I will admit, because I have Prime Video on my PlayStation. That means I'll actually be able to watch it on TV for a change instead of my laptop.
Oh yeah, true. That's right, but still.
But again, like
Oh yeah.
Prime Video's not the best option.
Speaking of all of this, apparently there's also the streaming rights between WWE and Hulu setting to expire as well. So WWE is no longer going to be streamed on Hulu eventually. It's going to be set to expire, that deal is.
Interesting. Seems like they're doing a lot of, again, as I've mentioned quite a lot already, because of the merger, they're having to reshuffle a lot of things around. So I think this is just another massive step in it.
NBC owns Peacock. I think that's what you're referring to, Peyton. NBC owns Peacock.
I know that,
Which
but
WWE
like,
puts PLEs
yeah.
on in America for, and not everywhere else.
the thing is, like,
Yeah.
who owns USA? Like, ain't it its own network or something, or is it like?
I don't know if USA is owned by something. I don't think I've ever known of something like that. Could just be me though. But yeah,
If anyone wants to look it up, you may. In the comments, please.
we have no knowledge of that. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do people even watch WWE on Hulu?
I mean, I
'Cause
used
I don't.
to, but
People
I used to, but I don't more.
Let's find out. Let's do some research. How many people?
Oh, great research! Yeah, now I can finally use this. Woo! Research.
This is not answering my question. All it's giving me is just the WWE network.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
How did I know he was going to do that? Why else would I be face palming? Fuck this kid.
Don't give me information about.
I'm not a
don't give me information about
kid.
Peacock either.
I am not a kid.
All right, hold on.
I
Let
mean,
me.
you are.
Shut up.
You're the baby of the group. You're the baby of the group.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's true.
Listen here, you
See?
fuckface.
Yep. Called it. Fuck you.
Unique.
Pick up the phone because I called that shit. USA Network.
It's not really calling it if it's not really calling it if it's already been known.
Liam's facial expression is the same as mine. Just like, what the fuck has just happened?
NBC.
I mean, you guess was right, but that doesn't mean you called it.
USA was founded is a part of NBC Universal.
Okay.
Universal.
Why the camera's not loading on stream?
Ugh.
Yeah, the camera's
Keep
on.
going.
Pretty good.
With
Right,
the-
keep
There's
going.
you are the child of the group. Nothing can change that.
both Peyton's and Liam's cameras aren't
Oh.
showing on screen.
Oh, we are.
The
They're
back.
back on for me.
The back, sweet. Alright.
Des,
Uh-huh.
just because I'm the youngest doesn't automatically make me the child of the group.
Cameras are
It's
off on
Peyton.
stream. There we are. They're
I mean,
back. They keep on flickering.
mentally, Payne is the child of the group.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
But we're
mentally.
talking.
Mentally, I'm
yeah.
not. Mentally, I'm not.
That's bullshit, Peyton.
Oh, that is bullshit.
What do you mean it's bullshit? It's fucking Ross as a child.
You're the one
Mine,
who plays League of Legends. I
Peyton.
don't want to hear it from you.
Huh? Huh?
Do you not
Peyton,
even listen?
complaining over-
Okay.
Hey, you're
Let's
the one
move
who
on.
complained over your sister cleaning your room, and look where you are now. Look at your new setup because your sister cleaned your room finally, for once.
Yeah, shout out to Destiny Cash for cleaning Peyton's
Yeah,
room.
shout out to Des for finally fixing Peyton's room so he doesn't have to stream in the garage anymore. The fucker.
Put that salute down. Put that fucking salute down. Thank you, sir.
How about I
Mentally,
give
the
you one
child
more?
purpose.
How about I give you one more? How about I give you one more, bruv? Huh? Huh?
No,
Look at
Oh,
me.
he's about to
Haven't
put
come
jab
out.
on you.
Look at me.
Jab
Look at
has
me.
come out. Look at me.
Right,
I'm sorry,
let's
buddy.
move on.
I haven't been- But yeah, realistically, I do.
Bro.
Alright,
Bruv.
next.
Bro.
Mate.
Shut your mouth. Let me talk here.
Alright, that's it. You're making me do it, Liam. You shut the fuck up.
No, we'll not do this on stream, right? We're going off track here,
Come
boys.
on. Bro.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, you should have.
Oh.
Did you just...
Yeah, I did.
Peyton, we can Peyton,
Alright.
man.
Alright, before I blow a fuse and kick Peyton's ass, let's talk about the next thing. Liam, what are we talking about next?
Well, thank you for asking. You shut the fuck up. Anyway, thank you for asking. We move on to Elimination Chamber 2024's location has been announced.
Yeah. Aled brings something out. Vince might be next to be released as well because there was
shit.
rumblings of Vince McMahon
Oh.
possibly going too.
How could we forget about that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I would be
Same.
scared about that. I would be scared of that.
Realistically, if we think about it, you know, because the LA Times thing came out and everyone's like, oh, we're not sure how true that is, but if all the popular on Twitter sources in wrestling journalism are saying that Vince McMahon could be in trouble and he could be ejected by the Endeavor board, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
Mate,
It is
Vince
not looking
McMahon's
good at
nailed it.
all for Vince. I'm assuming this is based off the allegations from last year, is it? Or could it be something else?
We
What
don't
could
know.
it be?
We don't know.
Some
It could
some
be
more.
new allegations coming up, or it could be about last year.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't specify. What's the lead said?
But apparently, like, there could be like legal and something else action.
Aled
Or-
has just sent something to us. TKO itself says in a regulatory filing, Vince McMahon's membership on our board could expose us to negative publicity and or have other adverse financial and operational impacts on our business.
Yeah.
His membership
This is what-
also may result in additional scrutiny or otherwise exacerbates the other risks described herein. Any of these outcomes could directly or indirectly have adverse financial and operational impacts on our business.
Yeah, that's the one I saw earlier today as well.
That was
So-
posted by Wrestle Arc.
So, if they find something that proves Vince is a detriment, a hindrance to TKO Group Holdings and Endeavor, he could be ejected.
Yeah.
See you bye.
Well, apparently we've got some more releases. Apparently.
For fuck's
Well, at least we're live on
Wow.
air, so
Yeah,
this
well,
is breaking
well,
news. This
okay,
is breaking
well,
news.
But before we move on to this, Amari Miller has just tweeted, because obviously we know that she tweeted that heartbreaking emoji. She tweeted 33 minutes ago saying that she has not been released.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for her. Amari Miller.
Okay.
Right. Ross, who have you heard?
All right. So this is what I've seen in a Discord chat. Again, this is what I'm seeing. It's not Sean Ross or anything, but it's stuff that has been said in the chat. Some of the releases that have happened are Brooklyn Barlow. They're NXT names, by the way. So if you don't know them, then they're NXT names. Kevin Ventura Cortez says he's been released and was signed since August of 2022 and had a match at Raw in May, a dark match. Those are some of the new releases that have happened. So probably some of the NXT talent that have not been used.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Like, I get it with those sort of people. Like,
And I'm assuming
sure,
you guys don't know who those people are.
I definitely don't. I don't.
No.
I haven't watched NXT enough since Black and Gold ended to know what's been going on. I watched it this week though, but like, you know.
Ah,
I'm gonna try and watch.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna try and watch. I'm gonna
Shut
try and
up,
watch it.
lad.
But I'll give it a chance. But yeah, as we've already mentioned, it sucks that these people.
Aled has officially announced that Peyton Cash has been released from his Wrestle Arc contract.
Huh.
He will have
Hallelujah.
he will have a 10-year no stream clause with it too.
Okay, first of all, you can go fuck yourself, but way off.
Thank the Lord.
Whoa, Peyton.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
He says you can go fuck yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Stuff
All right.
way
All right.
off.
All right. All right. All right. I'll remember that, Peyton. I'll remember that. I will remember that. But as Liam mentioned earlier, it's been announced by WWE that the Elimination Chamber is going to be going to Australia in
Down
the next
under.
year.
That's
Down
right. They're going.
under.
They're going there. They're going to Optus Stadium in Perth, which is in Western Australia, which is an extremely big deal because this means they're returning to Australia for the first time since Super Showdown a few years ago.
Yes.
I'm not sure how many years ago that was. Might have been 4. Could have been
That
6,
was in
5.
2018.
Yeah, 5 years. I was
That
close
was the
enough.
last time they went to Australia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't going
To
down today,
jeez.
Trey.
do a big show there.
Ain't going down today.
Okay.
I think they did it. I think they did it at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Because I think they got about however many people in there.
They got
which is a lot.
70,000 there, 100,000 capacity stadium.
So they.
Not me
Yeah.
trying to shit on WWE or anything, but MCG is a pretty big brand.
I'm gonna.
And to sell 70,000 tickets there is pretty decent. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
It's all right. It's all right. You're not Peyton, so you get the pass.
Okay.
Shut up.
But
Yeah.
when I
But the way
when I
this-
heard that, for fuck's sake,
Go on then.
did I? Yeah, it's okay. You can go right after me, Liam, because we were talking about Australia holding the Elimination Chamber next year. The first wrestler that came to my mind when I heard about.
Liam,
All
are
right,
you
that's
alright?
it. I'm pulling. All right, that's
No.
it. I'm pulling up the soundboard. Pulling up the soundboard.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that ever again.
Liam, you're such a stupid.
Oh.
That was way off timing.
No, it wasn't.
Fair enough.
No, it was
Fair
not.
enough.
All right. Anyway,
I-
so when I heard that the Elimination Chamber was going to Australia, the first wrestler that came to my mind was Grayson Waller.
Yeah, maybe.
Not the first person I think of, but okay.
Because he's from Australia, and I feel like he's going to play a big role in that show.
Well,
Considering
so
the
is
push
a
he's getting.
So is a certain Rhea Ripley.
Rhea
though,
Ripley. Rhea Ripley as
Not
well.
Emma, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I felt bad for Emma because when she heard about the news of Elimination Chamber, she tweeted something like it's a dream or something. She tweeted that right before she got released.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
And then she said, oh, never mind, I've just been released.
Yeah, it absolutely sucks. Trey said, Peyton, good luck with that, although no offense, but your Buccaneers are going to...
We ain't going to lose shit, and you know that.
You're facing the Eagles, Peyton. Moving on.
Yeah.
This is not an NFL podcast. Please back to wrestling. Thank you.
Yeah, we are a wrestling-based podcast. Everybody.
Not an NFL,
Wait.
because they doesn't watch NFL.
Okay,
Or, as
yeah, like I said.
Alex calls it, egg ball.
It is like, well,
I do agree with that. Right, let's carry on.
Who's going to win the big chamber thing in Australia, Aled asked.
Hi.
Not Grayson Waller.
yeah, not Grayson Waller, unfortunately. He'll be in one, but I think
Yeah,
he
he will
might
be in the
actually.
chamber. He's not going to win it.
He'll probably get an ovation.
Probably.
You know
Well-
what? Just to piss off Aled, with everybody saying, oh,
Hey,
no.
yeah.
How the
You
fuck
still can't
even
do it
though he's
properly,
probably
Peyton.
not-
How the fuck do you do the hand signal? How you do it?
I gotta remember. I gotta remember because I saw LA Knight do
Yes,
it.
Liam.
Like that?
What? Oh, is Liam doing it right?
Yes. No.
How the fuck do you do it?
Oh, put your pinky up. Put your pinky down. Look, see? 2 fingers down here. 3 of these up. And then word. Simple.
Word.
Gang signs.
Word.
Gang shit.
Anyway, yeah. Elimination Chamber, Perth, Australia, Optus Stadium. It's
As
an
much
extremely
as
big
I don't
deal.
want this, it's probably going to be Cody, and that's how it
Yeah.
gets Roman at Mania.
I do agree with that because he's not going to win the Rumble. We
That's
know
going to be Gunther.
Yeah, it'll be Gunther that will win the Rumble.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gunther.
And he'll challenge Seth Rollins and win.
Gunther.
Well,
You know what I'm
if
thinking
Seth
of?
is the champion.
What if they want to have Gunther hold the title until WrestleMania, the Intercontinental title?
That's gonna be
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
No.
If he will, then it'll be double duty.
He's either losing it to one or 2 people. Chad Gable, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean,
Like-
now I'm starting to think it's Tommaso Ciampa after what happened on Raw. Gable lost clean to Bronson Reed.
Very, very
And
close.
then
might mean-
Ciampa says that Gunther has something that he wants.
Yeah. But
So
what
again,
about?
a lot of the
What about?
Vega
I
has
think
just
it's
asked Rock versus Roman at Saudi. Anyone?
Rock versus Roman at Saudi? Ooh.
Nah.
Saudi?
If you're gonna do it, you have to do it at WrestleMania. It'd be the
WrestleMania.
biggest.
It's
It's
a
a
WrestleMania.
Not Saudi.
It's the biggest match of all time currently. Or it's been
And Trey's
said-
asking, would Gunther win the Rumble? I mean, who else would
Yeah.
it be? It's
Yeah.
not going to be LA Knight. Yeah.
Nope.
Even though he's
Yeah.
hugely over, it won't be him.
Cody Rhodes at
Gunther is
number
on the
1.
run- Gunther is on the run of his life.
It has to be Gunther at next year's Rumble. The best his ass.
Or, Aled, have Ciampa win the IC title and then have Gargano and Ciampa feud.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I would
Honey,
love to see
money.
That's a good one.
anything
Take
with
my
Johnny
money.
Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. If they're feuding or if they're doing DIY, just take my money.
Yeah.
Take my money, run, put it in the safe, don't come back.
Like
But they put on-
Johnny Gar-
For
their money. Their money.
They put on bangers after bangers after bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But again, I think this is a testament to like the fact they're even holding another pay-per-view inside a stadium means WWE wants to do more bigger scale shows now that the merger has been complete. So,
Hey, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
because they're doing Royal Rumble at Tropicana Field, which is a huge
Yeah.
stadium.
Yep.
It's outdoors, and then the same thing will be the case with Optus or Opta, wherever. I think it's Optus in Perth. I think they have a retractable roof there, so depending on weather at the time, I think February's still in the middle of the Australian, or just about towards the end of the Australian summer anyway. So whether or not, right? Again, I think, as I said, they can close the roof if it rains, but they can always leave it open if the weather holds out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Everything's falling.
What?
Everything's falling in my room.
Oh dear.
Well, fix it then. Jeez.
Shut it, Ross.
Right. Right.
Des
What else
says,
did we
"Dave,
talk
get
about?
off your phone."
I'm not
Right.
even
What else
on
did we
my
talk
phone,
about
Destiny.
now? Now that we've gone over the big things, I think we should do like some miniature recaps for the shows that we've had this week. So I guess
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go over Raw, over NXT if you want,
Yeah.
go over Dynamite,
Yeah.
Grand Slam that is. So Monday Night
that
Raw
got
was
Grand Slam. Yeah, but we'll get to
Very
Monday
nice.
Night Raw first.
yeah, because chronologically it happened first. So Monday Night Raw, how did that start again? I can't remember because I was delirious by the time the show finished because I was tired.
I just didn't watch it because I was out. And then, stuff happens that you guys know about.
But all I know is that they're apparently going to continue with Cody, Sammy, Kevin, Judgment Day stuff. But oh yeah, that was the biggest segment from that show, in my opinion. Is that after Cody Rhodes beat Dominic Mysterio in like 5 minutes or whatever it was, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out, and Kevin Owens was like, "We want answers about Jey Uso, bruv. Can you give us some answers, please?" And then Cody was like rambling and rambling and rambling.
They're
Saying all
milking
of
it
that.
at this point.
Wait, so
They're
who was-
milking the fact. They're,
Who was
I
the
think
person
they're
that was
milking the
traded
fact
to
that
SmackDown?
Cody's going to SmackDown. They're milking it at this point.
They're
just
Okay.
teasing it.
I think they're waiting until they get nearer the Rumble season to do it, because
But that's
you know.
stupid,
Maybe.
though. Just do
Maybe.
it.
Just do it, yeah. Send them over there already, and then you're already, because then you can go and have new programs. Because let's face it, all of us are sick of us seeing Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Judgment Day over and over and over and over and over and over again.
like, make it stop.
Just
It's
get
been the same main event, the same people in the main event. Cody feuding with the Judgment Day for months and months.
meh.
Meh.
And like, please stop having him beat the shit out of Dominic Mysterio, which, by the way, Dominic deserves it. But still, even when I fucking went to Raw a few weeks ago, he beat the fucking shit out of him. Like, please, can we have a new feud between Dutch Day and someone else? Not having a feud between Kevin Owens, Zayn, Rose, anybody else except for those three. Please,
Agreed,
WWE.
and
Please, WWE. Something
another
new.
thing that happened on
Please.
another thing that happened on Monday Night Raw was we had Becky Lynch defend the NXT Women's Championship in an open challenge. According to reports circulating earlier in the week, she was supposed to face Tegan Knox, but then plans got scrapped a short while before the show. And instead, they rewarded Natalya, who cut an
Natalya.
impassioned sort of promo, I guess you could say,
Natalya.
about... I said Natalya.
Out of all the women that you chose,
Yeah.
it had to be.
Hate
She
to
did them a solid...
stop you guys.
Wait, stop.
Hate to-
Ross has some.
Hate to stop you guys here, but Joe Gacy sent a tweet out with a heart, and now there's speculation that he might be gone too.
Who?
No.
Joe Gacy.
No.
I was speaking to Alette earlier. Because there hasn't been a big NXT name. I told Alette that I think it's going to be Joe Gacy.
Oh man, if
suck.
Joe Gacy leaves, that would be sad. That would suck.
Or
And then
Because
his
also we
last
know-
appearance.
even
We know the grizzled young vets. I can't remember their current.
Dyad.
They know
Dyad.
that. Yeah, the
Schism?
Dyad.
Dyad.
No, the Dyads. Again, I can't remember their names, but I just can't. Because obviously they're going to leave anyways, because they requested their release and it got denied, so they're just waiting for their contract to run down. So
The
it's
contract,
just
the
gonna be
contract
left
ran
with-
down. The contract ran down a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so they're not going to. They're obviously not going to resign.
Yeah.
They've already
Yeah,
left.
so it's just going to be left with Ava Rain,
Ava Rain
Rock's-
Gacy, yeah.
The
or
Rock's
also known as
daughter,
Simone Johnson. Yeah,
Simone Johnson.
Anyways,
I wonder
Yeah,
what they're gonna do with her though.
anyways, back to Raw. You could have chosen literally everybody else, like any women, like freaking Knox, trying to get canceled for some reason. You could have chosen gross. Not Liv, not
Oh, just to let you know, Joe Gacy deleted the tweet.
Oh, he deleted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have chosen
Not
literally
fake
everyone.
Kevin Owens.
You couldn't say. You could have chosen fucking Shotzi, however, but she's not Smackdown properly. But out of all the women in the roster, you could have you had to choose fucking Natalya. I mean, really?
Should have been Tegan.
Could have been.
It was supposed to be Tegan. It was
Yeah,
supposed to
and
be Tegan, but something happened.
Should have been
Should have
Tegan.
been
Vince was basically just
Tegan.
like, no. Natalya.
Apparently, it was a
They
gesture
gave
of
Natalya
goodwill.
the match as a thank you for stepping in for Becky at the India event.
They gave
Yeah.
Natalya the match as a thank you for stepping in for Becky at the India event.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
He said the exact same thing he did.
Oh.
Yeah, how dare you? Middle finger to you, sir.
Shut up.
There we go. Thank
Anyway,
you, Liam.
there's yeah.
You're welcome. So, my camera and I now have to step up with actions.
Okay. Understandable.
But
Yeah.
nah, like, I don't know, Raw was just... was it
Raw was just
uneventful?
there.
Yeah, it was just there, really. Yeah. Can't remember a whole lot that happened besides
Let's have a
Becky,
look at
Natalia,
the results then.
Jax.
Cody's segment with them lot.
Jax.
Uh,
Nia Jax is joining Logan. Everyone, including Green.
Yeah, she did do that. Who cares about Nia Jax?
There we are. Right.
And then...
Nia Jax.
Kofi
I can't remember
Kingston.
what main event.
Kofi Kingston.
Yes. He had a...
Right.
Oh my god, I forgot. Oh my god, that match was a banger. I totally forgot.
Oh yeah, Kofi Kingston and Ivar. Yeah, that was actually a really good match.
Yeah, I know.
Match of the night. Easy. Like, and then
Give me Kofi versus Gunther now.
Exactly.
apparently that was like Kofi's turn 2150 something match in the company as well.
Jeez.
I mean, he's been probably working as long there as Dolph Ziggler has, really. But then,
Yeah.
and then, Jesus. But then, yeah, he and Ivar put on an absolute tag team. Well, not tag team, singles match clinic. But it was supposed to be a tag team match. It's supposed to be a tag team match, but obviously Xavier's not cleared. Eric.
Yeah,
got
Xavier
injured,
Woods isn't cleared.
and Eric got injured. So then they decided to make that singles match instead, and then they put on arguably one of the best TV matches of the year. Actually, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think
went
Ivar,
out
especially Ivar, actually brought it. He brought
Ivy.
it. Like, he showed
Yeah, Ivy
No one
was-
should be kicking out of that moonsault.
that moonsault.
That
should have been
moonsault was crazy.
I saw that too.
Yeah, it's like that's a 350-pound man turning quickly in the air and squashing a 200-something-pound man. You know, it's crazy.
No one should ever kick out of that, but apparently Kofi Kingston fucking did.
And obviously he got the win with the Trouble in Paradise. But yeah, no, for a TV match, this is actually might go down as one of the best of the year. But I think people won't talk about it that much. It'd be very underrated. Whoever's playing that shit, please stop.
Hayden?
Hmm?
There we are.
What? What?
Oh, wait, no, it's Ross.
What?
What else? Yeah. Something's happening.
We're
Amazing.
playing something in the background. Turn it off.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, we're
forgot.
doing a podcast here.
The next,
We're doing a
that was
podcast.
My bad.
the next thing that happened was Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And then they continued the Shinsuke Nakamura Seth Rollins feud.
Yeah.
Because Seth came out to try and brawl with Shinsuke, and then they were broken up by security and production staff, and Adam
He was
Pearce again.
Nakamura was able to break Seth.
Yeah, he threw his
Yeah.
back into the
He
steel
has
steps or
broken
something
Seth.
over the announce table or something like that.
And Drew
Yeah.
is slowly gonna turn heel soon.
We'll get on to that
He
in a little
beat
bit.
Jey Uso in the main event, and then when Judgment Day was attacking him, he didn't help.
Yep.
He just walked backstage, and then it obviously left Cody to come out and make the save, delivering crossroads and Cody cutters and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what he often does.
The person that we can't forget is Miss Botch herself, Nia Jax.
We
Hmm.
literally
Ah.
just...
What match did she get involved in again? I can't remember.
Chelsea
I think it was
Green,
women's
Piper
tag
Niven,
team.
Zoe
It was,
Stark, and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was
That
a
one.
women's tag team match. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
It was very obvious because you wouldn't have Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler team with each other. Let's be honest there.
Mm-hmm.
It was expected that Nia Jax wouldn't show up.
What are they? We know that Nia Jax is probably going to face Rhea Ripley soon, and everyone's going to be really upset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because they have no one else in the roster.
Yeah.
They have no
Literally
one else
no
in the
one.
roster that's been built because the women's division has been booked very bad.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
Yeah.
True. Also, I still can't believe Nia came. Because what was the point of her attacking every female wrestler? To basically say that she's back. That's the point.
They're trying to build her up as the monster she once was, basically.
Yeah.
Trying to make her look strong.
Oh yeah.
It's been done 10,000 times before. You know, very simple.
It's normal at this point.
That it is. That it is. Alright,
Suppose we can move on to AEW Grand Slam.
Grand Slam.
What did the show open with again? I cannot remember for the life of me.
A winner
Eddie-
take all match.
Eddie Kingston versus Claudio
Eddie.
Castagnoli.
Yes. Now I remember. Yes, thank you.
What a banger that was.
It was a good match. Eddie Kingston, he got the job done and is the Ring of Honor World Champion. He finished the story before Cody did. What a guy.
That means we got a hashtag Eddie 2 belts.
Eddie finished the story before Cody could.
Obviously, it was quite a hard-hitting affair, the match, if I recall, listening to a stream I was watching at the time. And then, obviously, I think he got the win with his finisher, whatever it's called. I can't remember.
The Hurricane and the Powerbomb.
Yep, and then I think it's just been such a nice feud between Eddie Kingston and Claudio. Because obviously it's off the back of real life heat stemming back from years and years ago when they were both in the original incarnation of Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, of course, coming into the match, Eddie Kingston was already New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, or just New Japan Openweight Champion, I guess, whatever it's called these days. And Claudio was Ring of Honor World Champion, but I think this is Tony Khan testing Eddie Kingston to see how he operates as a world champion should he ever decide to put the AEW world title on him one day.
Yeah.
And
Right.
to me,
the
this
next
is
match was Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara.
Oh
Yeah.
First time
my god.
first time ever.
First time ever.
These two also had a pretty decent back and forth affair, I would say, and then obviously it led to the
If you
conclusion.
don't know what happened at the end,
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Jericho
Sammy
won.
Guevara turned on Chris Jericho.
Not only did he turn on Chris Jericho by low blowing him, he aligned with Don Callis.
That's a bit
That
of a
son of a
throwback.
bitch.
It's a bit of a throwback to when Jericho did the same thing to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like the person turning on the hero. sort of
Yeah.
angle.
The
Yeah.
hero getting turned on by their youngster.
Mhm.
It's
For me, this is sort of confusing because I thought Sammy Guevara would be the one who would go on like a babyface run because I thought they were going to try and see if the fans could get behind him. But again,
I thought it made sense
feel-
because it seemed like Sammy Guevara was the fans. It seemed like the fans were kind of getting behind Sammy again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I think AEW kind of does this well where they make people think they're going to go one way and then they go the complete opposite. And then that opposite was obviously Guevara turning heel. And then Jericho, the fans are behind Jericho because it's Chris Jericho. So him as a babyface would be fine. It'd be all fine and dandy as a feud, I think.
Oh my fucking god. Let's finish up. Let's finish Grand Slam real quick because I think we forgot about. I think we forgot to talk about last week's SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
So, what else happened on Grand Slam?
Tony
Tony
Storm kissed
Storm locked lips
Mariah.
with Saraya.
Yes. That's what happened. But
Yeah,
Saraya retained her title in the main event. MJF retained his title against Samoa Joe, and Angle apparently tweaked his ankle.
And we have a new international champion already.
Oh yes, Ray Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to kind of talk about that too, because John Moxley seemed to have gotten a concussion when he was taking one of those pile drivers from Ray Phoenix.
And the ending was
the first one he
too.
was dropped right on top of his head, like similar to the Stone Cold Steve Austin and a hot pile driver all those years ago. Rick Knox should have counted to 3 straight away because that would have kept the integrity of the business, but then obviously they repeated the spot for some fucking reason, even though Moxley was off his nut. He was out.
Yeah.
And you still decide to do it again. What is wrong with you?
Because it's John
Just
Moxley,
count to 3 the first time.
Currently.
Yeah, but you do it. You're supposed to do it. Shoot 1, 2, 3 the first time. If your shoulders are down until the end of 3, you're supposed to count to 3. You don't just stop. But then after the match, he was evaluated by doctors and. Tony
Renee
Khan
and the doctors weren't happy when he walked away.
No, they weren't thrilled at all.
The thing is, that kind of thing's happened before, where the refs stopped counting even though their shoulders were down. It's happened before in AEW.
Oh yeah.
They need to learn just to let it. If he's out, he's out. You can't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ref has to do his job.
Got to keep the integrity of the business. But yeah, and then obviously, as we mentioned, MJF retained the AEW Championship in the main event against Samoa Joe, eventually earning the respect of Samoa Joe after the match. They shook hands, that sort of thing. But Adam Cole did obviously tweak his ankle and was said to be leaving the arena on crutches.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about SmackDown.
Let's talk about SmackDown
last week. We started we started with the return of Pat McAfee. And he said, "Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown." And then here comes fucking Austin Theory, literally talking about he said that he's his show. And then Matt McAfee literally said, "This ain't your show. This is the people's show." And he said, "And do you know what that means?" And then we heard that.
If you smile,
but the Rock is cooking. Yeah, the Rock returned to SmackDown, y'all.
He came
to
back.
A monstrous pop, and then
that pop was huge.
It is probably the biggest one of the year for sure.
Oh yeah.
Place. And then his appearance comes after his appearance on the Pat McAfee show, where he said obviously his match with Roman Reigns was locked in until for WrestleMania 39, and then it ended up happening. Yes. But then anyway, this segment was comedy gold, because he was getting the crowd to chant, "You are an asshole."
Oh yeah, I got a problem. With that. Fox fucking decided to censor that chant for some goddamn reason.
It was so silent during it.
What are you doing, Fox? You know The Rock? He likes doing that. That's one of his big things.
Another thing I liked was when Austin Theory was talking and The Rock was like, "Shut your bitch ass up."
Yeah.
Which has become
he basically
heavily
says this.
It's already become a meme. Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Encore.
It's great.
Shut up, bitch.
And then obviously we got the spine buster and people's elbow from The Rock. He even threw his Austin Theory's Yeezy into the crowd. Spine buster people's elbow.
McAfee did a people's elbow too.
Yeah, McAfee did. Yeah.
Yes, he did. SmackDown was so good though. Like just for that opening alone.
That was such a good SmackDown. Yeah.
Austin Theory held his own in that segment. He nailed it, is what Annette said, and I agree with that.
Yeah, he held his own.
For once he did, yeah. Because they actually let him talk instead of let somebody stand there and batter him verbally.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Sorry. He's also teased that he's going to be staying for a little while as well.
Well, I hope he does, because
I hope so too, man.
If you want to do The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, now is the time to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen at all.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
continuing on SmackDown, we had an interesting confrontation between the LWO and what seems to be the new Hurt business between Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I think we could be seeing Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley soon for the United States title.
Oh,
Give it to
God.
Montez Ford, man.
They're going to have him and Angelo Dawkins go after the tag team titles.
Yeah,
think that
because
makes
let's face it.
Montez Ford, the singles title, he deserves it. He's so good.
Yeah, but the point is they're saying, oh, Bobby Lashley's like, oh, I want to get back at Roman again, but they're not going to do that realistically. So the only next best thing for him is the United States Championship. Unfortunately. And Rey
So
Mysterio,
annoyed
who
by
is
that.
one of the biggest baby faces in WWE right now and of all time, is perfect fodder for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another stuff, they had a match between AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Jimmy Uso cost AJ Styles his match, and Finn Balor ended up getting the win.
I have a problem with this, that this did not main event the show as a match. Because they would have absolutely slapped, but I guess, obviously, because The Rock returned, they had to... Apparently, the segment went a bit longer than it should have. They obviously probably had to cut a bit of time. But, again, it was decent for what it was.
Yes.
Yes,
it was.
Next one. LA Knight defeats The Miz.
Al.
Yeah.
He defeated him clean, and then after, he put out a challenge to every champion. Gunther, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, and even Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put out the challenge that he wants championship gold.
So, do you think that Roman Reigns will say yes to LA Knight and will get that crown jewel?
No.
No.
Nah.
Roman Reigns versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
Silly.
Fuck's sake, man. It's not
No, I
happening.
think that the rumors for that is it's Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles, because obviously AJ Styles has a problem with Jey Uso.
I want that.
Well, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman. You know, he has an issue with them at the minute, so I think they're going to do that at Crown Jewel, him and AJ.
Yeah.
Give me what I want, what I really, really want.
Okay, Batista.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
It looks like Cena and Styles are going to attack together at Fastlane.
Yeah. The Grayson Waller effect with John Cena happened. John Cena was getting attacked by Grayson Waller and... Who was it? Yeah, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. And AJ Styles came out for the save for John Cena. It's pretty interesting seeing AJ Styles and John Cena considering their history, their incredible matches they've had.
Yeah.
It was amazing seeing them back together.
I suppose if they can't do Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles as a singles match at Crown Jewel, they could always do a tag team match where it's Cena and AJ versus Jimmy and Solo, but yeah. But again, I think it's still going to be AJ Roman at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be what it is.
They could always do it on Fastlane, actually, because that's coming up in 2 weeks or whatever it is, 2 3 weeks.
Actually, I don't. Roman's probably not going to be at Fastlane though, so
he ain't though.
No. He's not advertised for it.
He's not advertised for Smackdown until the end of October.
Yeah, he's not going to be. He's advertised for Smackdown in Milwaukee, which I think is October 27th.
Yeah, that'll be the build-up to Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is that?
There's also one more thing that happened. Asuka defeated Bayley.
Yeah, that was the last thing that happened. And then I think that's everything.
That's it.
That is everything.
So next week, well, this week, tomorrow, well, today for myself and Liam, it's going to be Io Sky versus Asuka for the Women's Championship.
Yeah, tomorrow on SmackDown.
Is there anything announced for the show as well? I should imagine we're going to see a bit more of Cena. Because
we'll see a bit more Cena. We'll see if The Rock continues.
More Cena. Are we gonna see Cena?
What?
Let me quickly do this.
Do what? All right, that's it. I'm breaking the soundboard.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly.
Menacingly.
Please don't. We ain't got time for this.
There we go.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Okay.
All right.
Stop.
All right.
No more.
All
No
right.
more.
So, assuming this is over, guys, we would like to thank our sponsors at SeatGeek for being a sponsor of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. SeatGeek is the #1 place where you can get tickets for Broadway shows, comedy shows, sporting events, concerts, what have you. SeatGeek can also help you not get screwed when you're buying tickets. It'll give you the best deals for tickets when you're buying them. Be sure to go to SeatGeek.com/SeatGeek.com to get your tickets, or download the mobile app today on SeatGeek on your phone. And we would also like to thank TeePublic for sponsoring this episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast as well. If you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream, we've got merch. You can go to teepublic.com/user/WrestleArcPodcast to get t-shirts. You can get mugs. I think you can get pillows as well, I believe.
Baby suits.
Yes,
Baby
pillows. Yes, you can get pillows, pins, phone cases, stickers, magnets, and as I said earlier, baby bodysuits for your babies. Get your babies some Wrestle Arc merch. They won't know who we are, but make sure you get them so that eventually they'll know who we are and they'll start watching us when they're old enough too. Again, go to teepublic.com/user/WrestleArc. That'll all be in the description below. But guys, we want to thank you guys for sitting with us today, this pretty rough day for wrestling. Again, we wish nothing but the best for all the wrestlers that have been released from WWE.
Right.
We hope nothing but the best for them, and that we hope they find a new place to do what they do best, and that's wrestle. But anyway, be sure to go to the Wrestle Arc Gaming channel because we have a new Smash Brothers video that came out. Go help us support the gaming channel. We've not really moved much there. We've been stuck at 18 for a while. Get us to more subscribers on the gaming channel because we're trying to get that channel up as well.
Please.
Subscribe to the gaming channel. Help us out a little bit. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This has been the Wrestle Arc Podcast, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Wrestle Arc
See ya.
out.
Peace.